discipline is the easiest shit ever in language learning. And I'm gonna show you how. I'm Vika, I'm a self-taught polyglot, sharing language learning advice and my student life in Paris. In this video, I will share with you 7 ways to make learning languages addictive. You can check out all of my language learning resources in the description. Numéro 1. You need to get addicted. Do you need discipline to watch TikTok and Philomena Kang documentaries? No, right? Because you're hooked. You are there for the context. You are there for the plot. So the moment you stop focusing on learning and actually becoming interested in the plot is the moment you start learning. It's very paradoxical, right? The moment you let go, the things start happening. The same thing in language learning. Me, I'm totally addicted to Dreaming Spanish videos. I'm just watching them really for the plot. I even forget sometimes that this is just for learning Spanish. I'm generally waiting for the videos with Chelsea and Andreas, and I don't even notice how after each video I go away with a few words learned, with a new phrase, over the new tournure. Incredible! For French, I used Loris. Incredible. I'm talking about him in every single video, just as about Dreaming Spanish. That guy is amazing. His interviews with French people is a treasure. It's a slang treasure. You have to get invested in the plot itself, and your brain will be forced to adapt. One thing is that to really see results from doing this, you need to be a little bit more than the beginner in the language. Unless it's a comprehensible input for the beginning levels, as Dreaming Spanish, videos like Loris, you really need to have more than A2 to be able to comprehend and not feeling like giving up, you know? And turn on the subtitles. Find something with subtitles in that language that you are watching. Avoid the subtitles in the language you already know, unless you don't even know what's going on. Second step is to check on your beliefs. The strongest indicator of failure in language learning is having unrealistic expectations. Yeah, okay, you might think, yeah, I'm gonna be studying for 2 hours per day and I'm gonna be fluent in a year. Unless the language you're learning is very similar to your native language, yes, it's possible. So not to get discouraged, you need to have realistic expectations. You need to check on yourself. What is the end goal that you have with the language learning? For me, French is C2. I want to reach the academic excellence. For English, C1 is okay for me, it's perfect. For Spanish, I think B1 is good middle ground for what I really want to do, is just speak with the locals, just travel. I generally don't see myself in any work environment in Spanish-speaking countries. So for me, it's just a hobby. And I will not push myself to study Spanish every single day and feel like, oh yeah, I need C1 in Spanish. Why? Why would I need it? You have to get clear with yourself. What is good enough for me? Focus on that. Release the pressure. I also recommend breaking down the whole journey into milestones. For example, if your goal is B2 in French, what I would do is break my journey into months, into years. For example, if I'm at A1, my next goal is A2, of course, right? And this goal, A2, I will break it down even in smaller steps. First A1.1, then A1.2, 0.3, 0.4, and then it's gonna be A2, right? Most of the language learning courses operate like that. Every level is broken down into each step. Every level has many milestones to reach it, so you need to think about the very next step while having the general picture in your mind. Third way to have an immense discipline in language learning is to keep the momentum running. You need to have a streak. Keep the chain unbroken. If you study one day, you don't miss the second day. If you miss one day, you don't miss the next one. You can never miss more than 2 times in a row because this starts forming a negative habit. And to help you with that, you can get like a visual tracker. For me, this is a tracker for posting on Instagram. I also have some things on Notion. I'm tracking my movement tracker, and it just feels so addictive. Like, I don't want to break it. Imagine you're in a game and you don't want to break your score. You don't want to break your streak. This is why Duolingo is so popular, because people are hooked. They don't want to lose their streak. They don't want to lose momentum because they will feel like, my God, I lost. I have to start again. I have to start from zero. This is the thing that you have to use for your brain, not against it. So I recommend either creating a physical tracker, which for me is like even the best, because the moment you do it with your hand, it feels more tangible, or use digital trackers like Notion or any other habit tracking app. The most important thing is to keep the momentum running, so use a streak. Fourth way, you need to have a lazy option. Realistic daily progress in anything in life looks like this, not like this. Unless, of course, you are Cristiano Ronaldo with this this metal discipline where you force yourself, where you freaking bleed on your way to discipline, you need to have a lazy option, especially with things as language learning, which is not essential to our lives. On your days off, on your low energy days, on the days where you don't really have time to do your usual routine, you need to have a low energy to-do list. A to-do list of things that you must do every single day to keep the momentum running. For me, for example, it's just a few pages of a book. In the past, it used to be just one little podcast and just revisiting a few words that you have learned yesterday or a few days ago. This is the best way to keep momentum going. Your ultimate goal, to make it easy for you to study more tomorrow, because you know that, hey, I did something yesterday, I keep the streak going. Remember, doing 1% is always better than 0. Doing it badly is always better than doing nothing. 5. You need to stack your habits. If you're one of the people that read Atomic Habits back in 2021 when it first came out and it was so popular, you know that you need to habit stack. You need to make it easier for you to incorporate new habits into your routine. What I mean by that is that you don't need to create a separate time block for language learning if you're super busy, or if you genuinely don't have the will to sit through many hours on end to study. You need to find a few habits that don't feel really demanding, where you can add language learning. For example, during my breakfast, I read a few pages of the book. It's very uncomfortable actually to hold the book, but I genuinely developed the habit over the past 2 weeks, and I don't care anymore. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but I'm so invested in the plot right now, I just cannot not do it. Like, I have to physically force myself to stop reading because I have to go, I have to do my things after the breakfast. And I also annotate here, I also find new words that I will review later. And like, I didn't have to create a separate 15-minute break for me to read or something, because I know I would never do it. I know I would use this break to just go do something else, which is really bad, but this is true. Also, last summer I was listening heavily to podcasts while I was walking my dog, the French podcast, and this is genuinely the thing that helped me understand more than 90% of spoken French. Before that, I was able to understand only 60%. After the full summer of French podcasts, every single day, 2 times per day, I was able to understand by September more than 90%. Like, this is so underrated. And also, I know that when I'm coming back to Paris in September, I will have a long-ass journey home on metro every single day. I know I will be reading a lot. Of course, you will want to take a break sometimes. You don't need to squeeze productivity into every single minute of your life. But if you genuinely have a moment in your day where you don't feel tired, you feel rested, you feel okay, you can incorporate something of language learning along with this habit. Number 6, you need to kill the friction. How many times have you tried to study in the morning? You open your laptop, you get your textbook, and you unwillingly go on Instagram, you check the emails, you start getting distracted, you go on Pinterest, an hour passes, you haven't studied shit every single time. Here's what you do. You need to get rid of the decision fatigue. Whenever you try to choose what to study, whenever you physically even open your laptop, whenever you look for the things to read, to write, whenever you try to plan it in the moment, your brain already is using your precious energy, your precious focus and attention. So what I recommend is preparing your study materials from the day before. Open the tabs that you need to study from, open your textbook, put all of your pens already onto the paper, and the moment you wake up or the moment you have your breakfast, your morning routine, everything is ready for you to start. Make starting effortless. Make starting feel easy. And the last tip is to shift your identity. I actually have never attributed mindset shifts to my success because it always felt effortless to me. Like, oh yeah, I'm the language learning girl. Oh yeah, I'm the one who people like admire for learning so many languages, for knowing French, for speaking English. Oh my god, girl, you're amazing. I was like, yeah, I mean, you can do it too. This is just who I am. I'm studying, I'm putting in the effort, but I don't have a war with myself. You can watch my video on the mindset of polyglots, where I'm sharing all of my mental processes on how it actually is easy, effortless for me to study. The point is that you have to check on your beliefs once again. And if you see any pressure, any resistance, you have to fix it. You need to stop seeing language learning or studying or working as a chore. It's just a part of your identity. It's just who you are. Oh no, I have to learn Spanish today. No, you don't say that. You say, oh yeah, it's time to study my Spanish. Oh yeah, I'm so excited to learn those new words. Oh my god, I actually learn them so easily all the time. Oh my god, I'm so talented. It's so effortless for me to watch French videos on YouTube because it's just a part of me right now. I'm just doing it all the day. Oh yeah, having a French book. Yeah, not surprising. This is who you need to be genuinely in your brain. Of course, you don't need to brag about it out loud or anything, but it just has to be something very, very natural to you, something that is a part of you. I hope you like this video. You can watch all of my language learning videos on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and check all of my language learning resources, especially my Notion templates, and I see you in the next video. Bisous! Stay kind, stay hot, stay educated.